All that mattered was that everyone was in on the craze. As Chuck Prince of Citibank put it, as long as the music's playing, you gotta get up and dance. And we're still dancing. When the music stopped, Citibank lost billions in everything from mortgages to credit cards. While Chuck was dancing, others were involved in more serious pursuits. James Cain, the boss of Bear Stearns, was on a course.
James Cain, CEO of Bear Stearns, was on the course on June 14, 2007, and out of reach at the Hollywood Golf Club, where he had permission to land his helicopter when the company suffered a 10% drop in operating earnings. He played again the following week, June 21st, as banks pressured to increase collateral on the loans they'd made. He played yet again the following day when the biggest rescue of a hedge fund in a decade was launched.
As Merrill Lynch lost $100 million a day that same summer, their boss Stan O'Neill was more concerned with getting his golf handicap down from 10 to 9, playing 20 rounds in 6 weeks between the 12th of August and the 30th of September. While foreclosures soared, in 2007 the FBI reported a 31% increase in suspicious activity reports in the American mortgage market, up 800% on 2003. In June this year, the FBI arrested 400 people and charged them with over $1 billion of mortgage fraud, making plain this is only the tip of a very large iceberg.
George Power, as an investment banker, how do you think we're going to get through this crisis?
Well, it depends who you are. If you're holding a mortgage or if you're on middle to low income, then, of course, you're stuffed.
So what's going to happen to you and to your bank? There's a rumour going around that you're going to be taken over by a Spanish bank.
Yes, it's a possibility. It'll be a very, very sad day. It'll mean I've nothing to look forward to except compensation payment of £12 million and a £5 million pension fund.
Isn't that rather a lot of money to pay someone who, after all, did so much damage to his company? We can all understand big rewards for success, but this is a reward for failure.
Oh, no, it's not a reward for failure. It's compensation for failure. And they probably think it's worth paying £12 million to stop me doing whatever I was doing to the company.
So why are Spanish banks in particular in a position to buy up other companies? I mean, earlier in the year we saw Alliance and Leicester bought by Santander. Didn't they lose money on these toxic financial products?
No, the bloody Spanish bloody didn't, and for one very good reason. Spanish banks aren't allowed to hold CDOs or SIVs and things like that. It's against their law. So I have one question. Why wasn't it against our law for British banks to hold them? If it had been, we wouldn't have lost all this money on them. It's very, very unfair.
So you would approve of tighter regulation for the city?
I didn't say that. Self-regulation is the answer.
You mean there'll be no more investment in CDOs and SIVs?
Absolutely. We wouldn't touch them with a barge bowl today. Although there are some new things coming into the city which everybody's getting very enthusiastic about.
You're not serious. What things?
They're called remixes.
Remix?
Yes, I'm not making this up. Re-securitizations of real estate mortgage investment conduits. It's where you take a lot of mortgages, you chop them up, you put them into bonds and mix up the bonds and trade them. You see, over $9.3 billion worth of remixes were created this year.
But they sound just the same as CDOs.
Oh, no, they're completely different. Well, actually, they're nearly the same, but there are crucial differences. The mortgages won't be ones sold to people with no income.
Well, that's a relief.
Just to people who can't prove their income.
Well, I'm sorry, it sounds as though you haven't learned any lessons at all. It sounds as though the whole merry-go-round will start again with people in the city and on Wall Street thinking they're going to make money out of nothing.
Not at all, no. We know there's absolute rule in the city that you can't make money out of nothing.
Never?
Never, ever. Only a complete idiot would think otherwise.
Except?
Except just this once. We think we might.